All right, we're on a Friday today. This is a bonus stream this week, I guess. I better take my watch off here. I was just, I was sitting at home, got off of work, and I was like, I don't have any plans today. And so I figured I ought to do something productive. I could have just relaxed and chilled out, but it's kind of what I'm doing, so figured I would do it on the internet, bless the internet once again with my presence. So today we're doing an oil painting. So let's do it. So that's spur number. Some French ultramarine. Some alizarin crimson. Struggling with the caps on these, sorry. Cadmium yellow. And some titanium white. And I've got, I don't know how you pronounce this thing. They pronounce it dioxazine purple. And that's on standby in case I want some more intense colors, which I think I will. But for now, stick with what I got. Let's see, what do I want to do first? I guess I should do a little sketch first. Because that's my favorite thing to do. I'm being quiet. I'm just trying to get my shapes in here. Okay. Drawing's done. And for the rest of it, I'm just going to go darks to lights, I think. Hopefully I'll just get one pass impressionistic-like. So I'll just use this filbert. Mix up some black here. Okay. I'm trying something new here with this, like, I'm putting on like a super thin coat on stuff I'm going to paint over top of because I want there to be like dark under it. I was too lazy to tint this canvas. So we'll try that, see if it works out. I kind of don't imagine that it will. Okay. Okay, now I think I'm going to do sort of a dark green. Trying to get a blue-green that's not too milky, but it's hard to do that without using a lot of white. I'll try this. Yeah, that's good. Just trying to move that around so it's not in my way. Okay, let's get some of that over here. I'm going to try to get two brushes going at the same time here. One with black and one with my lighter colors, so I can kind of work back and forth a little bit. I don't know why, but for some reason I don't like mixing colors with the palette knife. Just don't like it. Alright, what next? Trying to pinch and get a bunch of color out of my brush here. All right. Just giving this brush a wash because I'm going to move into some more intense colors here. Okay, so now I need kind of a dark purple. That's pretty good there. Uh, I don't know what I want to do here. I didn't plan that bit of the painting out that well. So I think I'm just gonna go with my instinct. My instinct says get some dark bits in there. My instinct is not often too wrong. Okay. I want a blue version. It's a little bit lighter. Okay. Now, I think I'm going to go ahead and do the sky now. Oh, hold on. See what color that is. That's bad. I guess I'm going to start over with the sky colors. Because I want it to be blue, but just slightly red. And not nearly that white here. Well, actually, that one might be okay. Okay, I can use that. I think I'm going to mix up 3 colors for this, so yeah, that's a good one. And then I need just kind of a dark blue as well. Yeah, I think I'm going to start with this dark blue. Ugh, I didn't plan that contrast very well. It's okay. I think I just ruined this color. I definitely did. That's a shame. I could probably fix it, but I think I'd rather just start over. Yeah, I guess I wasn't as far off as I thought I was. Okay, that's that. Try to wash some of this off of my brush. I don't have to be super diligent about it though. It's a bit watery because I didn't try my brush off good. Oh no. Okay, yeah, I guess I'm okay. That just got lighter than I wanted it, is all. I think I misjudged some of the values earlier on in this painting anyway, so it's okay. Yeah, there's not as much contrast as I wanted there to be. Might have to lighten things up, I don't know. I guess we'll find out here soon. Yeah, I mean, it just everything's looking little bland. Hello, Mr. Reaver Titan. How are you? Welcome to the Friday evening stream. We're working on potentially a not particularly good painting. What am I painting today? Well, it's gonna be like I was thinking like flower garden. I got a reference photo for it, and I kind of don't really like the reference that much, so I'm kind of not following it that close. But I've made some pretty critical errors here where I haven't got, I didn't get my values quite right. So everything's kind of blending together. But we can fix it. Hope we can fix it. Finger paint a little moon in there. Bust out my fan brush, never before seen on the stream. Never before seen. Kind of like, I just always liked, I think fan brushes look funny. So I always liked when I would see people painting and they'd be using a fan brush, so that was funny. Trying to get that moon just a little hazy looking. Should have had a duck. You guys are never going to leave me alone until I paint that duck. I'm going to have to paint a duck now. I'll do it. I'll paint a duck. It won't be a good duck, but I'll do it. Be careful what you wish for. You'll be stuck watching me paint a duck for 5 hours. And you've done it to yourself. I'll give you no sympathy when y'all are begging for mercy from the duck stream. I just quit this painting right now. It's not as interesting as the duck painting would have been, so might as well just stop. This one I feel like is gonna need this one's gonna need some help. He's a little ugly at the moment. I'm worried about him. Nothing some palette knife and can't fix. Ooh, it just got really blurry all of a sudden on the screen. Okay, let's see what I want to do next. What color is this on my brush? It's a good color. Okay. All right, I'll call the moon good enough for now. Okay, so what next? I mean, at this point, I might as well just finish the tree, right? I mean, I'm missing one little tree right there. I might as well just do him. All right, what do I want to do him with? This same brush is fine. Will I submit this one? I don't know. I did. I went to the gallery that I was looking at um, today on my lunch hour, and they had an application process because it's a community-owned gallery. So basically, the artists are the ones that run it. So they required me to if they how do I explain this? If I actually ended up being in the gallery, I'd have to work there for 7 hours a month, which I could make that work. But also, you have to help sell the paintings and that kind of thing, which I could do that too. But they had a waiting list of like 15 or so artists. And I was like, I don't know if I want to be on a waiting list. And I had to pay to get my art in there. And I was like, I don't know. I might still do it. I'm not 100% convinced one way or the other. But that one definitely didn't work out the way I wanted it to. I basically wanted to go in and for them to tell me like, hey, your paintings are no good, or hey, yeah, your paintings are good. Let's put them in the gallery. And instead, they had nothing to do with paintings. So that was kind of not a bummer, but just not really what I was expecting. I'm busting out this dioxamazine purple. I don't know, but disappointing. I'm probably going to go around and check out some other galleries and just see. Just seems like that one's probably not going to be a good fit. So I don't think, I wouldn't say it was disappointing though. I will say I spent a lot of time thinking about what paintings I was going to bring because their theme or whatever was spring paintings, and so I wasted a little bit of time there, but it wasn't bad. I've had far more disappointing experiences in my life. And I'm butchering this tree. It's a disaster. Well, it's tricky because you got to kind of paint around stuff because you can't just paint on top of things. I just did like 5 acrylic paintings in a row or something, so I'm all kinds of confused. Online galleries? I don't know. That's an interesting idea. I mean, I would say Etsy, but I don't, that's not really the same thing. Etsy is just sort of a shop to sell paintings, which I am working on setting up an Etsy. So if you're hankering to buy my artwork, which I know there's people lining up coming from miles around, but that is coming. That's on the way. I actually opened it up the other day after work, and I started looking at Etsy, and I stopped because it was asking me a lot of questions, and I can't be answering all them questions. It's too much work. I am gonna do it because I got to get rid of these paintings one way or another. They got to go, whether I like it or not. How much would they be? You know, that is the question, isn't it? My brother's a digital artist, and I asked him what I should sell. You know, how do you come up with the cost for the paintings? And he said, do it by the hour. So if I charge $50 an hour and the painting takes 3 hours and it's $150 kind of thing. And that's, I don't know if I agree with that, because if I have a painting that I spend 100 hours on, but is god awful, and I charge somebody $100 for, $50 an hour for 100-hour painting, what is that, $5,000? I'm not trying to do math, but that's too much money for a painting that stinks. That's what I'm trying to get to. So I don't know. I feel like, to me, I need to base them more on what I would pay for them, if you know what I mean. Like if I was buying a painting for my house and I saw this painting, would I spend $2,000 on this painting? Gosh, no. So I don't know. It's a fascinating question, though. And it's one I'm going to have to think quite a lot about because I don't want to undersell myself either. I mean, if people are willing to spend, $500 on my paintings, I'd love to sell them for $500. It sounds like a good time. But I don't know. It's basically the answer. It is something I'm going to have to find out pretty soon, though. I definitely want to do some. I don't want to sell them all for really expensive, so maybe I'll sell some of the ones that are smaller. Like, this isn't a big painting. This painting's only about the size of my hand. So, I mean, maybe like a good painting that was the size of my hand, I'm thinking like maybe $50 if it's really good. And maybe less if it's not, if I don't really like it that much. That to me seems reasonable. But I don't know. That's something I'm going to have to kind of experiment with. Water bottles. It's to go. Not that this painting is going to be selling for much. Seems like this one's kind of a lemon already. Right out of the gate. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to fix it. I don't know how this one's going to go. It's looking pretty ugly at the moment. What do I want to do next? Oh, it isn't finished yet either, so I really shouldn't be judging it before it's finished. Because with these, with oil paintings, especially like the impressionistic kind of oil paintings, you have to kind of have all the colors on the canvas before you can really determine anything about it. At least that's what I think. Because color is relative. The question I'm facing right now is that I have a lot of flowers that I want to put in, and I want to put them in like on top of dark, but I can't figure out if that's a good idea or not. I guess I'm just going to try a patch and see, because this painting for me is just going to be an experiment in flower painting. It's basically my intention, is to play around with painting some flowers, which is why I've got the fan brushes busted out here. So I'm going to start with some like high contrast ones and see how that goes. I made a terrible mistake trying to mix with this fan brush. I don't know if that's going to work or not. Maybe it will. Yeah, see, I have to have something to back them on. They have to have backing. It's good to know. What I mean by backing is I'm trying to like just let the brush make the texture, but the problem with that is the texture is the contrast between where there is paint and where there isn't paint. And so if where there isn't paint is white, there's no contrast. So there's got to be some dark spots under there. Because I mean that kind of looks like flowers, so guess I'm gonna go with that. Okay, now I need some more yellow over here. A little bit of red in it. Flowers look cool, thanks. We'll see how they look when I've added a lot of them. The thing about flowers that I noticed is the more of them that you add, they tend to sort of start looking like blobs. So it's tricky to get the right balance in there. At least that's what I notice. Okay, now I need to get some green going on. Need more of that. Good stuff. That was good. Just gonna mix it over here since I already got it. It's hard to mix with a fan brush. Okay. Doing some Bob Ross over here and it's getting dicey. So I gotta be careful. I think that's all I'm going to do with that, and I'm going to move on to some different flowers now. Let's go and get some blue, some white. And I'm going to stab the palette so I can break up my bristles a little bit. Drop them on there. Hopefully that'll look like flowers eventually. Okay, now I want to, well, maybe just add like a tiny bit of red in it. A little bit of white. What do we got there? A little more white. Okay, a little more blue, I think. Try that. That goes over here. All right. So now I need this guy. I don't use this brush much, but it seems like it would be good for making bush looking things, so we're gonna try it. And it might be just, it's actually too big. I'm gonna get a smaller one. That thing is humongous. Let's get maybe like half the size of that. Like that one. And I want the same color but more white. So I think I need to get backing on those. So let's see, where do I want stuff? Oh, I want some in here. I think I'll just go like one section at a time. There's a little bit too much paint there, so I'm gonna try and take some of that out. I found one of the keys to painting kind of in layers in oil is either wait for it to dry, which I'm too lazy to do, or just wipe paint off where you don't want it. Chow does wonders. All right, let's actually probably need a lot of this, so I'm gonna try to make more of that. It's actually a little bit too bright, seems like. I think I was wrong. I don't think this brush is really helping me much. At least it doesn't appear to be. Okay, we'll retire that brush for a little while. It's like I'm Bob Ross. Well, a discount diet Bob Ross, perhaps. Uh, you wash this brush. It's getting all kinds of dirty. That's why I'm able to wash my brushes so easily without having to huff paint thinner, which is not recommended by most physicians. I'm reliably informed. Okay. Add a windmill. Where am I going to add a windmill? This thing ain't got no space for a windmill. Barely going to have enough room for the flowers on this thing. I really wish I'd done this on a bigger canvas because my sky is like, it's like scrunched because there just isn't any room for him here. I'm not sure what to do now. I think I'm going to add some green around. Focus on green for a little bit. Yeah. I don't know where I would add a windmill on this guy. I guess I'd have to cut it into the background, right? Windmills are hard to paint, I'm sure. Easier than ducks, but still scary. Okay, green. Let's do the intense green first. I think that'll do. I have a feeling this painting is just gonna have like no contrast. I'm gonna have to add all of the contrast in with like a palette knife or something. Which I'm not really opposed to. Okay. I'm quiet. I'm trying to focus on getting the right killers here. Let me see. How long did it take me to get this good? Well, if good is the word you want to use, I've been painting less than a year. I think my first painting I did in July of last year. July or, yeah, it would have been July. So we're coming up on a year. That's part of the reason that I made this channel is because I think I can give some insight to beginners because I'm still a beginner myself. And, you know, I've gone through a lot of the early pains. So I feel like I'm maybe equipped to help other people. Uh, let's see, what do I want to do now? I think what I'm going to try to do is add some darks in like retroactively, do some negative painting. I think that is what I'm probably going to try to do. Maybe what I should have done is done this painting on a black canvas. I think that would have been smart. Probably would have had an easier time. Let's see here. Push over there, push over here. This thing looks like a mess right now. It needs some help. I'm gonna have to like redo all of that, which is a good time, but it's a necessary evil. Okay, so now what do I want to do next? I think I'll add some pink in. Do I have a brush with pink on it? I don't. Don't. Okay. Didn't really want to get rid of my fan brush with the yellow on it so soon, but I think I have to. Have I ever done scale models? I'm not sure what you mean. Um, you mean a painting that's real scale? I mostly paint trees, so that would have to be a very big painting, but it's an interesting idea. I've never thought about doing that. Maybe you mean more like still lifes or something like that. No, I've never done that. Never painted miniatures. I think I've got some friends that do the 40K. They paint the Warhammer 40K guys, but I've never done any of that myself. I was never big into the model airplanes and that kind of thing when I was a youngin', which is kind of surprising considering what I do for a living. Yeah, 40K seems to be pretty popular right now, which is strange because I feel like for a long time it was like that was the nerdiest of only the nerdiest of nerds were doing that, but it seems like nowadays it's pretty not mainstream, but I guess that's kind of a weird thing in general. Is it seems like nerd stuff in general is mainstream, like comic books and that kind of thing used to be pretty like only nerds were reading comic books and that kind of thing. But nowadays, like those big blockbuster movies were for a while they were just comic book movies. Now they got a 40K television show coming out on Amazon or something like that. I don't know when that's coming, but I know it is. It's all kind of strange how that. I feel like nerdy stuff is more acceptable now than it once was. It'd be an interesting topic because when I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking like, you know, for a long time, the reason that that stuff wasn't so accepted was, I feel like, because it's not particularly productive, you know? Like whenever I was playing video games as a kid, my parents were always telling me that I was going to regret all the time I spent playing video games because it doesn't, it's a waste of time in a lot of ways. I don't really believe that 100%. I think there's a lot of merit in it. But, I can't imagine somebody from the 1950s, for instance, would they think that comic books would be mainstream and, you know, adult working class people would go and see movies about Superman and that kind of thing, I feel like they'd be kind of surprised. That's just my intuition. Let's see here. Got so many brushes going and they're all dirty now. So do you paint like, you know, stuff like this too, or do you more just do the painting models and that kind of thing? 3D painting, I guess, would be the way to describe that. Okay. Tying the painting together. Well, I'm glad you think so. I'm still like in damage control, thinking it's looking pretty ugly. But I don't know, maybe it'll turn out okay. Never know. I think what's going to help it a lot is when I try to add some more darks and stuff into it. I think that's going to help it. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was doing purple. I think the best way to do that is with bigger brush. Do this. Yeah, there's just not enough contrast there. I'm gonna have to add dark bits in to give me some of that contrast that I need. What next? Guess more darks here on the bottom. Push right there. Is this a real place? No, I wish. I wish. At this point, this is about 100% contrived. I'm using an AI generated reference photo and I'm just kind of taking from it what I want. Oh, it's green. Am I muted? No, I'm not muted. I mean, it says the audio is coming through on the capture. Hello? Let me know if I am. I know I'm behind. I'm probably 15, 20 seconds behind you. So that could be a cause of confusion. I might have to start writing letters like, hello? I mean, oh, your computer, okay. I was worried because I was like, my audio's coming in on my thing. I can watch the little bar go up and down, make sure I'm not peeking or anything. Where did I put my... There it is. I was just talking to myself the whole time. It's a tragedy. Trying to get the color on these guys right. I guess really there's two colors, so I should be worried about multiple colors here. Okay, so that'll do that. A little bit of red in there won't hurt it. I have a YouTube channel. It's in the description. But it's just this. I upload these to YouTube, so if you're looking for more videos of me painting, there's probably, I think I'm up into the 20 or 30, I want to say at this point. No, not 30, probably in the 20s. I made about 20 videos. Some of them are a little rough because I haven't, I've only been doing this a month or so, but some of them aren't too bad. Yeah, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, I'd appreciate it if you did it. I don't like doing the whole like and subscribe thing, but I'm in the single digits, so I think I'm allowed to beg. Need more blue. Really, the YouTube would probably be the one that I'd prefer if that one got popular. If I had to pick one, because Twitch is really annoying the way that it deletes your videos. Oh well, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Yeah, Twitch deletes your videos if you're a new streamer. I guess because they don't have that much. They want to save on cloud memory or whatever. So YouTube's a little bit more convenient. Just turned into a mess. A mess, I tell you. This painting is in very questionable territory right now. Very questionable territory. Okay. Let's this brush has what I want on it. I feel like I need another fan brush. The most fan brushes I ever used in my whole life. I'm desperate here. Desperate to make something happen. Boy, this thing is not turning out the way I hoped it would. It's going to turn into a palette knife painting very soon. I think all right. What now? Okay. Oh, that's a bad noise. Okay, throw another one of those here, I think. Hmm. Okay. This painting is like almost certainly going to turn into palette knife painting at this point. It's inevitable. I have like 6 brushes in my hand right now. If I don't end up with paint on something, I'm going to be surprised. All right. Yeah, look at all the tons of brushes in my hand. Can't even remember which one's which anymore. This is the green one, so the green one goes here. Um, yeah, well, trying to think of what I want to do now. I think first off, I need to put some of these brushes down so that I can move my fingers again. There we go with the ducks again. Why would I even put a duck in this thing? It doesn't make no sense. Probably don't even matter to you. As long as there's a duck in it, you're happy. He could be in the sky, he could be on the ground, as long as he's a duck. People are animals, I tell you. There's a lake on the right? Is that what that is? I kind of see that now that you're saying it. I wasn't trying to make that a lake. I was trying to make this like a gate and then, but lake is an interesting idea. Guess we'll see how I feel about that in a minute. That's bad news though. We're getting misconstrued between, you know, gates and lakes. Got problems. Got serious problems. Almost got the whole thing blocked in though. Once it's blocked in, I can start adding ducks to it, you know? I don't want to add the ducks too prematurely because I don't want things to get out of hand too fast. You think it looks good? Man, I'm looking at this and I'm like, ugh, this painting stink. I'm glad you're having fun. Over here, like pulling my hair out. Let's see. Well, better than you can do is not necessarily fantastic. I mean, I can do better than some people, but I don't know what your experience painting landscapes is, but if you're like I was a year ago, that don't mean much. But I mean, if you're a professional painter, then it's different. And there are parts of this painting that I like. There are parts of it that I like, but most of it I don't like. Most of this painting I'm like, ugh. But we're almost to the point where I can start adding more to it. Almost there. Just gotta add more bushes. More bushes. It's time to mix some more green. This one will be like a milky green. Maybe I'll just use this. I guess not. That ain't bad. That's good. I like that. Okay. What else do I want to do? My pink brush goes. This guy, right? Almost closed in. Almost. Getting down to the wire. Where did my little brush go? Oh, there he is. It's got green on him. I can't have that. I guess I can. It's not too bad. And I guess the one I did yesterday, I was in Struggle City for a while on that one too, and that one turned out better than I expected. I liked that one. After I've looked at it for a little while now, usually after I finish a painting, I'll got some like kind of display easels around my house so that they're not all just like sitting in a stack, and I usually just kind of switch out the newest one just to sort of like get a feel if I like it or not, you know? Because a lot of times coming back with fresh eyes, I like a painting more. So that was one that kind of grew on me a little bit the more I looked at it. Yeah, I liked the river. I kind of wish I had spent a little bit more time on the the road. The road felt a little bit kind of bland to me, but you know, I just wasn't really interested in painting the road. I wanted the river to be the feature, and I really liked the houses on the left. So it just sort of worked out that way, where the river or the road next to the river was kind of just sort of an afterthought. I almost wish I could like chop that painting in half, take a hacksaw to it, you know. But alas, that would probably do a lot of damage and not a lot of good would come of that. I did not mean to add that much contrast in that spot. Some of that out. I don't really want their eyes drawn to that bit. There's actually one problem with this painting is there's nowhere to put your eyes. That's a problem. Alright, there we go. This painting is not finished. Don't get any funny ideas. I've got to do some major work on it. The question is, what do I try? Because it needs a lot of help. This painting needs a lot of help. I think I'm just going to do some palette knife painting because that's what my brain is telling me to do. And despite my brain being tired, I'm going to listen to it because it's about my only point of reference. I'm not a real experienced palette knife painter, so this will be good practice. And I don't really like this painting anyway, so I can't do too much more harm to it. Get thick in the patchy yellow flowers. I agree. I like that idea. That is a good plan. I like that. Flowers, the yellow is good because we've got a lot of blue, green, purple, and then flowers. Yeah, this is why we keep you around. Over here having good ideas. Okay. More yellow. More yellow. I do like the moon. Moon looks good. It's about that's the win. The moon don't look half bad. And the other thing that could use work is that tree up there. That's on the to-do list. So we need to start making a list of bad things that are in this painting that need repair. I'd overdone it there on that one. Okay. Thicken the flowers. What to do it with, though? I think the fan brush. This has got kind of a green yellow on it, though, so that's got to change. I want a good, nice, pure yellow. Probably didn't need to wash it, but... Oh, no. I turned it purple. I wiped it on the dirty rag. That was a dumb move. Try that again. I really do gotta wash it. Okay. Some yellow. Oh no, that's the wrong yellow. Okay, let's... Oh, too much yellow. Oh, now it's green. Now I've done it. All right. Get a little bit of a cooler yellow now. Boost up this bit over here. Looks kind of unnatural though, doesn't it? Okay. So now I think I need to add some dark bits in there, but not too many, just a little. Okay. Okay, okay, that's looking better. Looks kind of like something's going on there now. Getting places. Getting places. Hmm. I think. I don't know. Not sure what I want to do next. Alright, welcome back. I've made some small improvements in your absence. Yeah, I do. I think the flowers look better. Ugh. That was like way too much of a glob there. That thing's too like perfect now. Okay. Um. Okay. Now let's see. Like I keep saying that, but I don't know what else to say? Doing damage control. That's what the agenda is. Trying to make something look better by just slapping paint on it. That's about the extent of my thought process at the moment. That thought process has worked before. Okay, what's the plan next? I think I gotta put in some of that. Well, this thing is blob. I think I need some brighter greens. So that's on the agenda. Create brighter green. I think that means more yellow. And white. It's about the most intense I can make it at this point. Oh my. Stuck my hand in paint. It's over. Now there will be paint in everything. I can't believe I've avoided it this long. Okay. Some of this, and we're gonna smack this around. Oh, that was a lot of paint. I'll take some of that back. Okay, I don't know what to do anymore. Do want to fix that tree up there. He's on the list. His prescription is a better trunk and also better branches. That brush will do it. Let's see what's the most intense pink I can make here. It's pretty intense. Try that. It's not quite enough contrast, so I'm gonna have to dull it. Unfortunate but necessary. Okay. There's that. Highlight it a little more. Okay, not bad. Not too bad. Now I gotta do something with the trunk. It's gonna require some sort of precision instrument. I guess I'm busting out this tiny flat brush. I'm gonna take this paint here, lighten it up a little bit. Try to get that to a nice chisel. That's really not working very well. I don't know how I feel about all that. It's not too bad. Now let's see if I can't. Oh my. Trying to add a little bit of contrast back in there. not the right color. I don't know. I don't think there's anything else I can do to it. Nothing I know to do. I need to step back from it and look a little harder. And I'll give you a closer look myself. Yeah, I mean, I don't like it. I think it's ugly. I think it's mighty ugly. But you can't win them all. Can't win them all. This one is very much on the questionable side of things. Give you a better look. I don't throw the painting in my face while I take the tape off the back of it. Here's what we got. It's mostly a mess, I would say. Mostly a mess. I would say I probably should have simplified a lot of stuff and maybe focused more on brushwork instead of texture. Yeah, this one's not doing it for me. I like the colors, but that ain't much. Amazing. Well, you say so. I'm looking at it and it looks pretty good to me, but glad you like it. A bit of unpainted bit there in the back. Yeah, that's what she looks like. There's no duck in it. But I'm gonna have to paint a duck, otherwise y'all will be on me forever about this duck painting I'm supposed to do. The question is it gonna be a rubber duck, a real duck, a goose? I don't know. Have to find out. I ain't putting a duck in this painting though. This painting's busy enough. I think that's one of the bigger problems with it too, is it's just busy. It's too busy. There's too much everything going on. Should have simplified it. more than I did. I already did simplify it a lot, but should have done it more. But anyway, that's I got something productive in tonight. I got an oil painting of questionable quality, so I can sleep easy when I did something in my off time. Give one more look, and then I'll close the stream out and start cleaning up. All right. Duck painting coming soon, maybe. I don't know. But that's all I got for today.